This is Consolata. Consolata, say hello to everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Do you want to introduce yourself to the audience and tell them about yourself and the school? Because you have quite a remarkable story.
Thank you, Reverend. I will say so. Hi, everyone. My name is Consolata Norbert. I am a founder and director of the Mango Tree Orphan Support Trust, Kenya, which is a community-based orphan care program, caring for orphans within their communities. They stay with their next of kin. That means no institutions. I chose to do that after working with institutions for a while, and I did a search for the best model for orphan care in Africa, looking at the magnitude, the numbers who are needing support, scarce resources, but also considering the culture of the African people. So after long study and research, I decided the best way was to take care of orphans within their communities, ensuring that every child is living within a family, within a community, a caring community. That meant, therefore, that the vulnerable community who would rather have the children taken away from them are empowered through livelihood projects, and the education needs of the children are taken care of by the Mango Tree. That made them feel confident in keeping the children, because the burden they would have run away from was being taken care of by us. And the warmth, therefore, of keeping the children with them, and the pride of taking care of a brother's child or a sister's child who has died, was again rekindled. So when we did that, we would ensure that every child goes to school, they will live with whoever, an uncle, an auntie, a grandmother, or even siblings living together, but with the support of village volunteers, who are, again, people whose orphans are being supported by the organization, but chosen among the group to be representatives, to serve the community, be volunteers on behalf of the others, and would be the messengers from our office to the community, would ensure that the children who are in the community are cared for. And because they'll be living within the community with the children, they would meet them at the water point or at the market, or their children will be the same school. So they were able to care for these children within the community. Now, after many years of sending these orphans to different schools, especially after adolescence, when they're going into secondary school, we noticed that the girls were not succeeding as much. There were many things that were preventing the girls from achieving much in education. So we decided to come up with a school to really improve on our outcomes with girls, a school that will ensure that every girl that comes in completes. So we were really interested in completion rates of girls in education. And so we built the Mango Tree Girls School. Not yet fully complete, but we've already had children go through. We wanted to create a happy school, a school that also provides everything that children need, a school of equals, a school that is full of love and compassion for girls. So that is the school that Reverend has chosen to support. And what is supporting is providing solar lighting, which is actually to reduce our recurrent expenditure. It costs a lot for electricity to run, but also sometimes we have a lot of blackouts. So apart from the cost, which is every month it costs us to pay for electricity, but we've had blackouts. There are times when there's even vandalism that is perpetrated by people in the community who take away transformers. And I remember last year, for 7 months, we didn't have electricity in the school. And so solar would be a great solution to our problem, because we are in a place where I think the sun is almost a nuisance. If it can,
there's plenty of it.
Yes, if it can give us light, that would be excellent. So that is what I'm really grateful that Reverend is choosing to get engaged with.
Well, it's not just me. There's just a wonderful group of supporters out there who have kind of really got behind the idea of actually helping people who do not have electricity. And I certainly got to know you quite well over the last sort of 6 to 9 months, and really understood the passion that you have for the young women at Mango Tree School. and how you've transformed these young ladies. Just help me understand some of the background. So that when you say they're orphaned, they've lost their parents.
Yes. Oh, the area where we work is actually the area in Kenya that has had always the highest burden of HIV and AIDS. So the children who are orphaned are now actually children of their children. So it's a huge burden of caring for AIDS orphans. And so we've taken care of up to 8,000 children in the last 18 years.
That's amazing.
And supporting them to go through school.
Yeah.
So that is the Mango Tree.
I mean, that's amazing. Of course, I spent quite a bit of time with you earlier in the year. And I was just blown away by the amount of young people who have been connected to your school, just coming and visiting, and the clear impact that you and the Mango Tree School have had in your local community is quite phenomenal. I was really touched by a video that your husband sent me. I think must have been April, May last year. And he was trying to show the situation that the electrical transformer had blown up again. And you had all of these. How many girls do you have in the school?
185.
So you had 185 girls trying to study.
Yes.
And your husband had somehow managed to get some cheap solar lights. Which were meant for outdoors, and he was putting them in the classrooms. And although that was a really quite awesome solution to help keep those girls studying, it was less than adequate for what they need. Just talk to me about how solar will help the girls when we're successful, when we put it in, particularly the system that we're hoping to put in.
Our girls wake up in the morning to study, and then they have preps in the evening. And that has to be, you have to have light for it, because they wouldn't do without light. So if we have solar, which is sure, you don't need to pay, a monthly whatever, and no one is going to disconnect it. So basically the girls will be free to use light at any time. And also solar lighting is very good sort of lighting, and safe as well. There's a lot of, and then computers, we are teaching them computers, and for sure during that 7 months we couldn't do anything. So it's really important that we have a sustainable solution.
And the hope is also this will be expanded into the boarding houses, so they have light at night when they need it, obviously, and enable you to keep doing the great things that you're doing. I mean, I've just got a small group of really wonderfully loyal supporters. Just give them an idea of how their donation is going to make such a big difference to you, and because I know that with US aid leaving and all sorts of things like that, I think things have become quite difficult. So if we're able to save you, I don't know, 20,000-30,000 shillings a month on electricity, but then also create a reliable delivery platform that if KPLC fails, that's the local power company, that you can still operate. So I don't know if there's anything you'd like to say to them.
No, first, the girls who study in this school, first we'll have orphans, as I've said. The second group that comes are children who have come through, who have been defiled. So we run a rescue center that takes that part of Kenya, and any girls who've been abused would be brought to us. And once they are brought, as they arrive. So you have to care for literally everything that they need, providing their education. Then we have teen mothers, as a result of abuse. Some of these girls give birth at age 13, 14, 15. And you're looking at them and say the best way to do is to give the mother a future so that they, in the end, will be able to take care of their children. And then we have children who are born with the HIV virus, who are on antiretroviral therapy. Now, these children, all this group of children, come to us with no source of income. So we have to raise money to keep them in school, provide everything, uniform, clothing, the day-to-day needs or that they need, sanitary pads. And now, if therefore we can save anything, so having a cost of electricity that we have to pay every month, and sometimes really it goes so high, it's a bit unpredictable, then you're able to save on some money that would go into food or go into clothing or even buying books, because they come to us as they are. And some, even when it comes to school holidays, you have to plan a place to keep them, because their lives is in danger. Some, especially those who have been sexually abused, you'll find the perpetrator has been arrested. But the community, or rather people, the relatives become really, because she is the exhibit, she is the one that gives evidence, they will rather eliminate the child. So once they come to us, they know they have a safe space, and even the government would insist that we keep the children until such a time that they know or the cases have been determined. So that gives us a full burden to take care of the child. And mine really is to say, with such children, you say, yes, this has happened, but let us not concentrate on what has happened. Let's give you a future. Why don't we focus on education? And that is why this school is such a huge support to such children, who then just turn and begin to focus on education. And because we provide everything that they need, they are good and they succeed.
That's fantastic. So by putting something in like solar, it helps you reduce your costs. It provides a stable lighting, so girls can study and exist at night comfortably. And just by the nature of supporting this project, we're in a position whereby we can help you guys continue doing what you're doing, which is an amazing job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are going to, or maybe you've just seen this, I will be riding, or will have been riding 1,000 kilometers up and down Kenya, and we'll be raising money for Consolata School, the mango tree, so we can put solar in. But we're also going to be putting solar boxes into smaller, needier homes. And I know Consolata has already helped me put one or hopefully two by the time this video is released into the local community where we're bringing power. And electricity we do a lot of work in Kenya to bring safe water, but we don't always necessarily think about electricity and the health benefits that bring as well. But as you can see, having a school being able to operate at night is fantastic. Having people being able to light their homes without using kerosene and sort of toxic fumes being in the home is fantastic. And every little helps. So thanks for watching. Do all of the great things that online people do, and we'll catch we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Help bring light and hope to families in Kenya. Families in Kenya struggle without power, relying on harmful lamps. Your gift brings light and hope to those in darkness. Please help. Bring light. Donate today.